chosen ones, empaths, and all the genuine souls out there. You might think your rumination is intense about this narcissist that was involved in your life because they're on your mind daily. You can't, you can't forget about them. They're just constantly this oppressive force in your mind. But you need to see that even though you're ruminating, you're doing it from a standpoint of hurt and pain and betrayal and upset. Okay, it's coming to terms with the person who you believed you were in a relationship with, of whatever type of relationship that is, friendship, romantic relationship, family member, whatever type of colleague. You've come to terms that they're not who they painted themselves out to be. So you're going to have a natural reaction, which is rumination. You're going to reanalyze things. You're going to see things from different degrees. You're going to see things from different elevations. You're going to have a different visual comprehension and the way you interpret certain encounters in another way, because you've realized that they're a deviant. You're also going to go and process the pain that you went through. The pain, the upset, the betrayal. You're going to repeat that in your mind. It's a natural process that you go through. It doesn't last forever. I promise you it will fade. It becomes more of a reflection. Sorry, excuse me. But you see, while this is all going on, this intense rumination within you, they're also obsessing about you from a distance. So you could have been on the receiving end of a ghosting or a discard, and you may have looked on their social media and you see them out at some event, or you see them enjoying themselves. You may not have necessarily seen a new supply yet, and you're thinking, oh my god, they just seem unfazed. No, every single meticulous detail that they are doing in their lives after the point of the relationship ending is solely focused on you. That's what you've got to dig deep and understand. Every single meticulous aspect of whatever they are doing, its sole purpose is obsession about you. It's because they want to hurt you. You have become someone in their mind who they want to destroy, who they want to hurt, who they want to punish. This is who you become in their minds. You might be saying to yourself, like, why is that? And why have they gone like that? Why have they changed? They've always been evil in nature. They've always been evil in nature. They just kept it concealed. Okay? And for whichever reason, the most likely, causes are narcissistic injuries that you've inflicted throughout the relationship. Times that you haven't meant to hurt them in that way or make them feel that way. And if they come to you in an authentic, genuine way, you would have dealt with that. You would have eased them. You would have made them feel that the narcissistic injuries are not necessary. You would have been shocked as well, because some of the stuff that they would have told you, like, that they're offended about or they're hurt about, you would have been like, what are you talking about? So maybe it might have blown up in an argument. But either way, you would have probably tried to ease them and say, nah, you would have calmed them down and eased them and made them feel comfortable. But they didn't come and approach you about the things that were bothering them. So they convert your energy source to someone who they want to punish, and this can occur during the last days of the relationship. Perhaps when they're putting you through the devaluation phase, they'll be devaluing you during the last days of the relationship. Perhaps they're premeditating a discard or a ghosting, or perhaps they're not, and they just spontaneously done it. Either they're putting you through the devaluation process prior to the relationship even ending. They're putting you through this. So everything is an obsession. It's all sourced at obsession, and it's a lot more obsession in comparison to what your rumination is. And you can feel how overwhelming your rumination might feel at times. But the narcissist is obsessing, and with the obsession within that kind of category is rumination as well. So within that category of obsession, the narcissist is subject to ruminate. So they may ruminate about, how did you respond? How did you take that? Say they done something to you and you stayed quiet for a prolonged period of time. Just for example, they're confused. They're ruminating. How have you taken that? How has it hurt you? How has it messed you up? Like that, you become their sole focus. They can be in new relationships with new suppliers. They can be around doing whatever. But this is who you become. Because in their minds, I will be honest, right? I might get some disagreements, but in their minds, I believe they think that you changed throughout the relationship. Oftentimes they may say something to you like, oh, I wish it was like how it was in the beginning, right? Or they may indicate that they wish it was like how it was in the beginning. And I think this is because narcissists don't have the perseverance to weather the storm of what it takes to actually go through the motions of a relationship, and have the perseverance to go through challenges and ups and downs, and they're not cut out for the long run. They're just not, okay? So they're not an adequate, romantic relationship partner, friend, anything to go through long-term ups and downs that naturally happen in relationships and actually build with you. They're not cut out for it, all right? So they get upset, they get irritated about things you've done through the time of the relationship, the narcissistic injuries, the feeling inadequate, the jealousy, and they let out punishment. And what I need you to understand is when this punishment is being put out towards you, it's not like you're forgotten or you don't exist in their minds. You're very much preoccupied in their thought process, in their thought pattern, when they're doing all of these things, even if it's from a distance, okay? And this can run on for years, all right? It can run on for a very, very long time, where the narcissist is preoccupied with you, is worried what you're doing, is worried that something that really they have a real obsession about that lives with them for a very long time is they believe they didn't hurt you enough. This is what they feel like. They didn't hurt you enough. Things didn't work out in their favor. They didn't hurt you enough. They didn't make you. You should have been more depressed. You should have never got let go. You should have never been able to reach the point, which maybe some of you aren't there yet, but you'll reach there where you don't want nothing to do with them anymore, and you don't want to repair the relationship, and you don't want to try and make it work again, and you don't want to try and do all of those things. So you reach that point, and they that's why they feel like they should have hurt you worse, so you never got there. Or you stayed asleep and you never woke up, you see. So try to embrace what I've said today. Understand that your rumination is nothing in comparison to what's going on with their obsession in their mind. So I need you to understand that they were obsessed about you through the relationship, after the relationship. While they're trying to punish you, they're obsessed. So you are haunting them. You're present in their mind, heart and soul, and in their psyche throughout these whole processes. And yes, rumination is involved within that obsession as well. So it's not like you're just forgotten. And I know some of you might just say, Zion, I don't care. Like, I don't care if they think about me or not, or I don't care. And I get that. That's where you'll get to when you're at a certain level of healing. You won't care what they're to do with. But what I'm trying to reach to now is the people that are confused, which you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? With the narcissist involved in your life. You're confused to thinking the way they portray it is like you're forgotten, is like you're meaningless, is like you're nothing. That's the way they portray it to you. And I don't want the people who are in that dark state to be under the false impression that the narcissist is like, you're just not in their minds whatsoever. It's just like, people don't just get over people that easily. So if you've been able to see through it now, right, you've seen beneath the veil, give some insight in the comment section about how you've seen how the narcissist is obsessed, or you have the feeling of knowing that they're obsessed. Okay. You can often look at things they do. It's not always things they do, but even things they don't do, right? You can see, like, a narcissist might not, deliberately not be involved with your child, right? Because they're obsessed and they want to punish you, right? You can see their motives, like things they've done to you to maybe hurt you, or things like that. You can often gauge and say, like, they're seriously messed up in the head and they're seriously obsessed, So if there's any insights you can give in the comment section. And if any of you are still stuck, like, you don't see, I understand many of you might comment that stuff, like, that you don't see the narcissist is bothered and you don't see the narcissist is. I'm not saying they care, right? I'm saying they care about their situation. They care very much about their own situation. And if they haven't, if the desired effect of punishing you hasn't been achieved, they're very frustrated. They're very frustrated because the desired effect of punishment hasn't been achieved. But what they don't understand about chosen ones and empaths and genuine souls is the way chosen ones, empaths and genuine souls go through life is when they run into difficulties or challenges, they try their best to use it as a learning curve. That's what majority of you lot do, or if not, you should try and do it. Okay, use these things, difficult situations, as a learning curve and for you to learn lessons. School doesn't end when you finish school. Like you're still always learning through life. You're always going to be learning. And that's something that the narcissist doesn't really have. They're not able to go through experiences and learn from experiences and learn their lesson and elevate and grow. They're not able to do that. So this is something that you're able to do, learning a lesson, and it's really, they're not able to do that sort of stuff. So anyway, thanks for listening today. I really appreciate the support. Please book a session if you'd like to. You may donate or support to the channel if you want to. Check out the spiritual channel for more content. My podcast is now on Spotify. All links you need are in the description box below. If you would like access to over 100 exclusive videos, daily uploads and custom video requests, join my membership program at zionmembership.com. Links also in the description box below. There's a 3-day free trial and you can cancel at any time. All content is made by me with no ties to any organisation or university. Your support truly keeps us going. I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.